So when we talk about the cavities, okay, it's important to understand their behavior. This is your abdominal cavity. In essence, this is how it behaves. It's a fluid-filled, flexible container that can change its shape in an infinite variety of ways. Now, when you do this to a water balloon, what am I doing? Well, I'm squeezing one region, which causes another region to bulge. That's how these things behave. Why? Because the contents are not compressible. Water is not compressible. Air is, but water is not. Right? We know this. You've seen tanks of compressed air. They're heavy. They're heavier than when they're empty because there's a lot of air squeezed into that tank, right? But fluid, strictly speaking, is not compressible. You know, I'm just moving it around from one region to another in this flexible container. And in the context of breathing, that's exactly how your abdominal cavity behaves. Now, in the context of drinking a gallon of water, or eating a pint of ice cream, or being pregnant, those things do change the volume of your abdominal cavity for sure. I'm just talking about breathing here. So, what we can say then about the abdominal cavity is that it's a flexible, it behaves like a flexible fluid-filled container that can change its shape but not its volume. Thank you. Not its volume. Shape but not volume. Right? So this tells you right away something about bandhas, right? If you're doing something like Mula Bandha, which involves imposing a squeeze at the bottom of your water balloon, okay, like this, you better make damn sure there's some space up here for that bulge to head towards. Because if you don't let loose the gripping that you're doing here at the top of the water balloon and you go to impose that squeeze at the bottom, you're going to get tension. That's why Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha are married. Richard Freeman calls them husband and wife. He does. He speaks that way. Hi, Richard. Hope you're watching. All right, so the abdominal cavity changes its shape, but not its volume. Here, we have a structure that changes its shape and its volume. And it is indeed breathing. If you close the reeds, the air that's being pushed through the reeds causes it to vibrate, causes the air to vibrate, you have a voice. Okay? We have a whole lesson about those reeds called your vocal cords. Okay? So, if you would like to imagine your body cavities in this manner, it would actually be quite accurate from a mechanical perspective. You are an accordion stacked on top of a water balloon. It's not even stacked on top of. This water balloon is inserted way up inside the accordion. The top of the water balloon comes way up here. Okay? What is the anatomical feature of the body that is the top of the water balloon? Anyone? The diaphragm. Yeah. It's this flexible stuff here at the top of the water balloon. Okay? It's inserted into here, and it's tacked onto the base of the rib cage all around here. We're going to talk about that next week. We're going to talk about the shape, location, origin, insertion, relations, and action of the diaphragm next week. SLOIRA. That's the acronym. Shape, location, origin, insertion, relations, action. That's what it comes out to. I am not in control of what these things sound like. That's the acronym. Sorry. SLOIRA. next week's lesson. So, here's a yoga exercise. Tell me what it is. Kapalabhati, right? Active exhale, passive inhale. Active exhale, passive inhale. That's what we're doing. What muscles are we using? Well, whatever is here at the bottom that can do this, that's what we're doing. The lower abdominals, okay. Pelvic floor, yeah, it gets involved. What has to relax? That tissue at the top of the water balloon has to relax. That's your your diaphragm has to relax. That Kapalabhati is about training the diaphragm to let go and be moved by something else. It's a complete reversal of the way we usually breathe, which is an active inhale followed by a passive exhale.